Hi, hi. Just a moment. Hi, hello, hello. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the live streaming. Today we are going to be speaking in English. So please, let's move to English. Okay? Hi, everyone. Welcome, Alaika. Welcome, Daraika. Let me see if the master is close by. I don't have her yet on the chat. Okay. She will be soon, she will be on very soon. Just a minute. Let's give her 1 second more. Thank you. Let me see if I can request her to join. No. All right, she is here. Okay, so 1 moment, the connection is going to interrupt 1 second while we connect. And Anika, yes.
Hello. Hi there. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have this live streaming with you. Let me see. Probably we need to get further a little.
I see you very well. I see you very well. I am. Ooh, this is too much lights.
Yes.
Give me a second. Here we are. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So welcome everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining and to be with us in this space, in this virtual space. And not only for those who are joining online right now, but also for those that are going to watch this live later on, the recording. Okay, so we are here because we are practicing, we are learning, we are expanding ourselves in consciousness, and that is the reason why we are here.
Great.
We are also here to enjoy.
Oh, yes, don't forget. This is for me. Okay, don't forget to enjoy it. We are going to enjoy it.
Exactly, exactly. What else can I say? We are also here in a way to learn and move forward. And while we move forward towards our truth, we are going to be breaking limits, beliefs, fears. And that is the reason why, because it's not easy to be in front of the camera and we don't know who is going to watch us. So just by that, we are already breaking a limit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anika, would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course. Yes, I would. Well, as you say, I am Anika. This is my Christian name, but I am a human. And to be honest, I would like to say that I am being brave in this moment. So I want to say that. It's a kind of honored my human being because it is very difficult for me as I am a very shy person. So this is for me a limit that I am breaking, you know?
Yes.
And so this is why I want to honor my human. I love this new version of me. I love this name that I have, that is Anika. But I really wanted to say that I am very happy to be here, although I am nervous, but I am nervous, excited, I am whatever. But the most important thing for me right now is that I am being honest with myself. I am nervous. Some time ago, I had never thought I will be here doing this, you know? So this is the reason why I want to say that, because it's very important for me to be honest.
Awesome.
Well, so I am Anika.
Thank you so much for saying that. And by the way, you said that is your Christian name. What does it mean? What is it to have a Christian name?
to have a crystal name means for me that I am in a process of transformation, and this process implies a lot of things and implies to be a new version of me. That does not mean that we have to deny who we were in the past. When I say who we were, it's because I know that I am starting to be a new being of light. But I am also a human, so I am not denying who I am. It's a kind of mixture of everything, you know. This is the crystal name. The crystal name is a vibration. Once you have it, you start to vibrate this name. And in fact, to be honest, also, I am getting used to this because it's new. It's new. You know?
Awesome. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I'm going to introduce myself. I am Saidak. I am Saidak, being myself. And I have a father, a being of light, who is a higher being of light, who is my father, and his name is Kan Meruk.
Okay, lovely. And can you expand what is to have a higher father of light? Can you say that? Can you expand a little bit more?
Yes, yes. It means that I am, as many of us, in fact, you know, millions of us, a being of light in a human temple. And that means that a higher being of light gave DNA to us, to me, to you, and to all and each and every one of us who are watching this video now or later on the recording. Okay, and that means that I have crystal DNA in me, as you have, and all of us, and that crystal DNA is being awakened right now at this time in the process that we are going on, which is the process of transformation. Okay? I don't know what else can I include about that. I can say that, I don't know, would you like to expand a little bit on that? Go ahead.
You know, you mean about our higher father? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. What can I say? It's so beautiful to know that we have this crystal in us. It's very, very beautiful, and it's also a way for us to start awaken this. And it's also very beautiful to know that we are accompanied all the time for this being, this higher being. For me, when I knew that, it was like a relief, you know, because you understand that you have that you are never alone, that you have never been alone, that you were never alone. And then you start joining little things in your life that you say, okay, in that moment when I feel like this, I have this mother or father, it's the same, guiding us in a way. This is what I can say.
Beautiful. And I see that we already have a few questions, and that is great. We will answer those in a bit. And what else can I say? I would like to add something on that a lot of people, if some people wants to know more about what is all this about, there are two videos which are really beautiful. One of them is the Great Cosmic Plan, and the other one is Mother Earth speaking to her children understand. And those videos have English subtitles. So, and those subtitles are manually edited. So, and they are available in YouTube. And we are going to place the links later on in the chat so people can look it up for those, okay?
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Let's say, sorry, let's remind to those who are there, if they want to ask any question, to use the box, the question box, yes, to ask the questions. Okay.
Yeah, something else that I want to add, sorry to interrupt you, Master. I just want to say also that this live streaming was already agreed before, so there was one person requesting to join, but probably next time, but not today. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
You say you have just called me Master, and I call you Master. Can you say why are we calling masters each other and the rest of the beings?
Yes. We call master each other just to say, to put ourselves in a place of an eternal student. And that is really important. Why? Because when we move to be an eternal student, that means that we learn from everyone and from everybody. So I'm here to learn from you, to learn from each of the persons that are on the chat, that are asking questions, okay? And I'm learning from everyone, from the cashier, when I go to the supermarket, when I go to the stores, when I call customer service on the phone. You know, that means that we learn. And the best for that is that when we are in the position to be an eternal student, we are protecting ourselves to move away from one of the 4 dogs, which is I already know. Okay? Because when I already know, or I believe that I own the truth, then I'm closed. I don't tell me anything. I have my truth. I don't believe, and blah, blah, blah. And so that is why it's important for us to be on that position, you know, learning from each other and understanding that we are and we will continue eternally learning.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Yeah. Beautiful.
You got it?
I got it. And also it's great when you realize that, as you say, everyone is a master, included those ones who we thought they are our enemies, you know, or the ones who we think that are hurting us. And why on earth this person is doing this to me? Now, when something happens, instead of judging this person, I stand on myself and I say, okay, this is the master. He or she is teaching something to me. So it's incredibly the way you change the way you change the feeling through to the other person, and also with you. You are being honest with you. This person is not doing anything bad to you. This is the way you feel. So this is also a master.
Totally. And another thing is that the ones in the family, parents, relatives, you know, especially those who are living with us or we live with them, you know, those are our big, great masters.
Right.
So, yeah, and if we put in the position that we are learning from the experience, from the interaction with them, so it's an advantage. Instead of getting ourselves in being angry, in fighting, and things like that.
Totally. Right? Totally. So lovely. Okay.
Yeah. And can you tell me something? How did you get your name?
My crystal name, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It was so nice because when I get into this information and I knew that we were going through a new transformation, knowing that we are going to be new implies to be called with a different name. Again, not because we have to deny who we were, but it makes you to put in a position that, okay, so this is the new version of me. So what is to be a new version of you? for me in my case was to be truth, honest, clear. So the truth, the honesty, the clarity. Okay, yes, okay, I was this before, but now I am being consciousness of this. So having this new name puts me in the position of reminding all the time that I am being in this process. You know, every time I call myself, or let's say that somebody knows me and now they see my new name here on Instagram or WhatsApp or whatever, and ask me, why have you changed your name? So I have to explain to that person. Sometimes I do not say everything because maybe this person doesn't want to know everything, but only to say that I am being a new being of light, that I am. So it's a reminding to myself, okay, Laura, because my human name is Laura. So I say to myself, okay, Laura, Anika is here. And when I say that, something starts vibrating on me, and it's incredibly, but I say, immediately it comes to my mind, clear, honest, you know, the truth. This is the most important, being the truth. It means that if I have to say, I don't want to go there, I don't want to go there. Just to say an example, okay? Just to say that.
Yeah.
The name that we have, those new names that the masters are having or are expressing, it comes in a way of, it's a vibrational way, you know, because it's not only a name, it contains words, it's a word that sounds in a way, but it's not only this. I mean, it's a new vibration that little by little you start loving it, you start getting in. And it also, to mention that it can change. Can you say why it can change?
Yeah, because we change our vibration, right? When I got the first name, the first time I got my crystal name, it was Sarah, okay? And, you know, I was walking, let's say, the process, going through that vibrational process during about 2-3 months. And in the process, the name changed from Sarah to Sairak. Okay, so it means that we are changing already, and until we reach the closeness to that vibration that is our crystal vibration. And when you said about a friend asking you why you change your name in your account, it calls me. I would like to share this. You know, about 2-3 weeks ago, I was introduced to a gentleman over the phone, and he was very kind, so we were talking over the phone for a while, and after, you know, about a few minutes, 10-15 minutes, he asked me, tell me something, Sairak, that is not your real name, right? So I respond, oh, no, you are wrong. That is my real name. If you mean that if that is my legal name, that's something different. Yeah, it's not my legal name. So he said, okay, may I know which is your legal name? So I said, why? Why do you want to know which is my legal name? Let's say that my name is Kate. You already have in your mind, you know, an idea about how Kates are. Or if I say, oh, I'm Caroline, you already have an idea because you met a few Carolines in the past. But guess what? Now you are meeting me. I'm Sairak, and you never met a Sairak. So you have no clue. I'm totally new. I'm new for you. And I'm new for myself because I'm a new being, you know? So it was really very funny. Very funny.
Also, it's also lovely. It's also, it's a very expansion of what you have said, because it's true. You are being new. You are being new for you, first of all, and then for the others.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Exactly, exactly. And also for those who don't know, the suggestion is that if you heard, for example, if you watch those two videos that I already mentioned, that has the subtitles in English, and there are more because more and more channels are being created in English. And as we speak, a lot of new content is being also created, okay? So the idea is that if you resonate with the information, if you feel that you want to move forward and because you resonate with that, you should go and name yourself. And the way to do it is through a meditation. Micah, Sarah Micah, she has a meditation that was translated by one of the masters. Her name is Shehelia, and it's also on YouTube. Shehelia. Okay. And right now I'm also translating the meditation from Chorus, and I'm trying to put my voice over. So let's see how it goes. But once that, if you resonate with the meditation, it's really important to do the naming and get the crystal name. Because that, when you name yourself, when you practice yourself, it's not only you calling yourself by the name, it's also, as you said, friends asking you, and they are looking at your name. How is it? How do you pronounce it? It's Annika, and things like that, or in my case. So we are activating the DNA, the crystal DNA in us, and that is important because that is what is going to, take us to move forward. Okay. What else I can say?
Sorry. I would like to say also, if you let me, that it's
of course
it also can occur that once you are in contact with this information, and as you say, if it vibrates on you, if you think or if you feel, not think, if you feel that this information is clear for you, it may happen that it's not necessary to listen a meditation. It may happen that once you know that you are going into a process of a transformation, and once you know everything, it could happen that all of a sudden you just start like not listening. It was not in my case. I mean, I didn't listen a voice. It is like it comes to you in a way of a telepathical way, or I don't know, but you know the name. And in this right moment that you listen to it, you feel it, you will notice that all your cells, all your body vibrates. Let's say that. And you will say, okay, what is that? What have I heard? As in your case, you first listen, Sarah. Okay, Sarah. And then little by little, you will start listening more clarity. And it could be that the name comes for you in this way. If it doesn't come in this way, you can go to the meditations also. I mean, it's a tool. It's a great tool.
Yeah.
Say that. Okay.
Absolutely. And even there are people who are watching the teachings, and the name comes. Because you said something that we didn't mention, and is that the higher being of life that gave the DNA to us, and who is always taking care of us and guiding us, he speaks to us in telepathy, right? So that's important. And I have another example for a master. She lives in Spain, and I had the pleasure. It was an honor for me to help her to name herself. And the first hit that we got is that she got in the dreaming. She was sleeping, and in dreams, she got a piece of the name. So we took that piece and we did the meditation, and it came, and it's very similar to that. So it's beautiful.
Okay. Right.
I don't know. Do you want to share really quick about how did you get in touch with this wisdom, or what happened after you got in touch with this?
Okay, yes, so sure, yes, sure. I will try to be brief because if I start talking, I will be talking forever.
No, we have
questions.
questions.
Briefly, and then we can start reading the questions. It was, it was, I don't know, it was a year ago, it doesn't matter, but it was a moment in my life where I was stuck. I was going through a very sad process. Something happened to me, it doesn't care now what, but I was very, very sad. I was disappointed. In those times when you say, okay, I don't know how am I going to go on. I can't go on. I can't move. I am very sad. I don't know what I am going to do now, etc., etc. So one night, and I have to say that I would have said that it was by chance, but now I really know that it was not by chance at all. I turned on my mobile phone and get into Instagram. There it was live streaming on a great master. He is Talo Amulk. And he was chatting with a woman who I didn't know who she was. But in that moment, when I heard that woman, something happened in me that I cannot explain. If you ask me what was that, I cannot explain what happened to me. But in that moment, I fell in love with her. I totally fell in love with her, not only for what she was saying, that for me was I had been looking for my entire life, questions that I had been asking to myself. There she was saying those questions, the answer of those questions, but also the voice that she had, the way she speaks, whatever. I immediately fall in love with her, and I wanted to know more about her. I went directly to her Instagram account. I started watching the videos. I couldn't stop, and in that moment, I was like a Micaholic, I said, because I started watching the videos, and it was like Micaholic?
Yeah.
It's a new term in English. But well, it was like 2 or 3 hours later that I realized that something happened in me, something's happened inside of me, that I was feeling totally different. And I didn't understand in that moment why, and I can't explain you a lot of things, but I just want to say that although this information was very important for me, was expanding myself, was marvelous, etc., I realized in that moment that I was a human being suffering. I had a lot of things to go through. So one day I stopped watching the videos and I said, okay, this woman that she says that she's speaking, Maika is the consciousness of the earth. So this is the mother of us. She speaks through Alaika. Now it was Sarah in that moment for me. I didn't.
I don't know if it is yours or mine, but the connection got.
I can see you very well.
Okay.
You don't.
You are back. You are back. Yeah, you are back. Okay. You are back.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. Well, I want to say, and I'm going to finish with this. I stopped watching the videos for a while because I stand on my truth, and my truth in that moment was that I was suffering, and I didn't want to hide, to put under the carpet what was I feeling in that moment. So I just realized that I have to be me, myself, having this process first of all, and then I don't know when, but then I started to watch the videos again and so on. But this was the way. This was the way I met her.
Beautiful, beautiful. In my case, it was similar. Somebody sent me a video, I watched the video, and I couldn't stop. Immediately, I continued. And of course, I resonate with the information, even though they were parts of the information that were shocking, because my beliefs and my limits that what I had, no, what? How is that? But the feeling, what I felt in my heart, in my being, could not stop me. I just, okay, it sounds a little weird. I'm gonna write the questions, and I was writing those questions. I was writing those things because honestly, that is the reason. The information needs to shock us. Otherwise, we were saying, okay, I already know. The idea is to break the limits, the beliefs. And what I can say from my personal, perspective is what happened in me. My life totally changed, totally. Okay? Every question I had was answered. I know right now who I am, even though I'm learning more and more, going deeper and deeper, but I know why I'm here, where I come from and where I'm going. And all of us, it's not about me, it's about all of us. So my questions got answered. And besides that, the pain, the hurt, those things with the family, with the relatives, with, that I had, this person did that to me, this friend did that to me, and those things, were disappearing. They went away. And suddenly I said, oh, I don't feel that pain anymore. And I realized that it was the voice of Micah. Micah's voice activated the DNA in us. So that was for me like, okay, wow, By the other hand, I had, I am the only girl in my family. I had 3 brothers. Yeah, so I was like, the baby of daddy, But since I was the baby of daddy, I just wanted my mother to love me, Yeah. Because my mother, since it was so obvious that my father was loving me so much, she was protecting my younger brother. So she was very, caring for him. And I want her to love me too. And I'm not going to go into details right now because it's, like you said, we are going to talk here forever. But to make it short, I almost killed myself when I was about 4 years old, okay? Because I wanted my mother to love me. And when I was listening to Micah in the beginning, it was like, because I still had that to solve. I had that thing with my mother that I had to work on. So it happened that watching the videos and breaking limits and beliefs, I love her that much.
Sweet. So, I love you. Okay, so sorry. Just to add something that it's now that you mentioned that, it happens to me also, something similar to you. I remember I have the opportunity to talk face to face with Micah, and then it happens to me that for any reason I wanted her attention, So I didn't know how to explain, but I wanted Micah's attention. And one night I realized that it was not Micah's attention what I was requiring. It was my human mom, my biological mother's attention, what was I was lacking of. She is not, I mean, she passed away many years ago, but it doesn't matter. You can heal this relation, you can heal this situation, even if the person is not alive. So in that moment, I realized that, you know, so it helps me a lot. It was not Micah's. I mean, Micah's is the mother of all of us, because we are native from here, from our planet, but it also helps me, as you, to heal in a way this lack of attention of my mom's. So it's incredibly, we haven't talked about that before, so it's something that it is happening now. Okay, it is not prepared.
Exactly.
It is not prepared.
Exactly. And I can say also, and thank you for sharing that, I can say that I think that I never in my life I never have been so happy as I am now. Because the pain is gone. I stopped hurting. Do you know what I mean? So from now on, it's like an adventure. It's moving forward. We are evolving. We are in the great adventure of always. Do you know what I mean? Yes. So it's amazing. It's amazing. And there is something else that I want to share, that this week, two persons came to me and saying, I cannot hurt Micah. I hurt her, I cannot. And first of all, two things, you know, that Micah already shared, that she learned to be loved even from people with the lowest, you know, level of consciousness, you know, from the scarcity of each of us, because we as humans, we are living on earth and we come from scarcity, from the lack, right? Because not having enough, we need to fight, we need to survive, okay? So these two persons who came to me, I told them, you know, this is great. First of all, because you are able to speak up, that means that you are making yourself aware of that. And that is the first step. Once that you realize, okay, then you ask yourself why. Okay, why? Well, because I think that she's very, you know, prepotent, or this or that, or she's angry. Okay, write it down. And then look in your life where you are like that. And the person was, okay, okay, so review when you were treating others in that way, because every one of us, we are just mirrors, and everything that we see outside is what we have inside, okay? And the last thing, just to close this, is that I told this person, these two persons, I told them, at the moment that you are able to look at Micah and love her with your entire being, you will realize that you are loving yourself.
Oh, yes, yes.
And
totally.
Your mother, okay? So that was it. I don't know if you want to add something else, or
that applies for everybody, not only Micah. I mean, it could be your neighbor. It could be also your neighbor. If you can't stand being with him or her, okay, go to yourself, ask this to yourself, what is happening inside me, you know? Beautiful. All right.
Exactly. And I just want to add something else also for those who are approaching this wisdom for the first time, that, as you said, Micah is the vibration of Mother Earth, you know, and of Gaia, Pachamama, whatever we call, okay? And she communicates in telepathy with Alaika. And Alaika is the crystal name of Sarah, and she is Sarah, Alaika, she is a human being as you are, and she is here, you know, accompanying with us, and she's here with us. Okay, so that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so what do you think? Should we go to the questions?
Yes, if you want to. Okay. Oh, yes.
Okay.
It may help.
Let's
start by reading some questions. The first question says, what is humanity looking for? What does the human want? Beautiful.
Okay. I would say humanity is looking first to be themselves, to find themselves, to find who we really are. First of all, we are looking to be happy, to live in abundance, to get close to God, to be God, because each and all of us, we are God in a minimum expression. Okay, so I would say humanity is looking for evolve, is getting close to God, to get to know who we are. I don't know if you want to add something on top of that.
Humanity is looking for freedom. It comes to me. I mean, it's looking for those things that, I mean, we have been through, as you say, scarcity for a reason, not just because we are here to suffer. So I think that humanity is going to the freedom of this and many other things, but this is what I can say. Okay.
Okay. Yes. and to be happy, what we are looking for is everything that we want. We want to be happy. We want to be free, right? We want to know who we are. We want to do whatever we want. We want to have abundance. And all these that we want, we will have it because we are moving to a new reality. We are leaving behind scarcity. And the new, as I mentioned it in a video, you know, the new is emerging. We are moving to a new environment where abundance is what it is because abundance is what it is in the universe. No more scarcity. Scarcity.
Yes. No more scarcity means because it's just, I want to say that because I used to think that scarcity has to do only with money. Maybe it's not for everybody, but in my case, when I listen to the word scarcity, okay, scarcity means money, having more money. No, you can be, I mean, scarcity means that you are lack of biological ways, in a biological way, emotional way, you know, it's not just about money. In fact, it's nothing to do with money, maybe. Okay, so
exactly. And it was necessary because that was the way to survive, right? Because this is an origin planet. So it has to be that way. We had to compete with each other. So they have to be only few resources. So we had to compete to get them in order to do what? To evolve, to make the cells and the beings of this planet to move forward, you know, and that is what we have been doing. Right now, we already reached that stage where our biological body, the emotional body are complete. So we already reached that, and we are ready to move to the next step.
Moving forward, yes.
Moving forward.
Also, we have been looking for everything outside of us. And this also has a reason, of course, because as you say, we are evolving. But now we are getting inside of us to look there. So humanity is going there, inside.
Yes. And we all will get there. We all will get there. Nobody will be left behind. Yeah.
I was about to ask you that, yes? Because it happened that also happened to me that before this information, I used to listen to many other masters talking about that they can communicate with angels, archangels, and, you know, and I say, oh, why they can do that and not me? So probably I won't be in this place never in my life. And this is very disappointed. This is very disappointed because you listen to others, that others can do a lot of things, and you say no. But then you realize that you learn that, as you say, this is for everybody. Everybody.
Exactly.
Everybody.
Exactly.
Next question. I would read the next question. It says, can you share with us what motivates you to share this information in English?
Well, first of all, I would say that it's expanding, right? There are more than 100, I don't know how many already, videos available on the internet, and all of them are in Spanish. And since the very, very beginning, when I got in touch with this wisdom, I said, okay, but what about the rest of the people? What about the rest of, and there were many, many, many of us, asking, okay, but we are 8,000 million people on the world. So, okay, and only the Spanish, what about the other ones? So I believe that one of the languages that people speak the most in the world is English. If we get this wisdom to expand in English, it's going to be amazing. And besides that, Alaika is preparing herself, and eventually she is going to be here with us or with other masters speaking in English directly, and in telepathy with Micah and sharing the wisdom directly. So far, it's an opening, it's starting, and it's growing. I don't know if you want to say something else.
Yes, also we can take this question as an opportunity to say that for those who are going to watch this video later on, even if they do not, they could be an Italian, a German, a Chinese person who can speak English, so we can start sharing it, in their own languages. This is what I have to say. And what else? I was about to say something else.
I was checking, suddenly, I don't know, she's not online, but there is one master that she is in Australia. Okay. And there is a friend of her that doesn't speak Spanish, and she was all the time pushing her. But how can I get information in English? How can I get information in English? And to be honest, it happened to me. First of all, one of the teachers, Salmeik, had a small interview, and he was translating for Micah. After that, another teacher, Onkian. So it was like the energy was already moving, pushing us. And one Sunday I went to the acupuncturist, and I was there, and this lady was amazing, and I started talking with her spiritual things, and we got really close. And after that, I ended up speaking about Micah, and she said, okay, where can I find it? I said, oh, it's in Spanish. Okay, let's find a way. And she was looking, on the phone, she was searching, how to translate videos from Spanish to English. So she gave me the idea, and I found how to do it. I found a video, and I shared it. But the thing is that I realized that the automatic translation was not good. So, so we need to do something else. And that is when I took the video, the Great Cosmic Plan, I translated manually, and I also, the other master, what's her name, Chehelia, she's also manually translating the videos, the subtitles, and also content is being created in English, as we are doing right now.
Yes, I had to say that I am very willing to do this. I have no idea how to use any program of editing or whatever. I am learning because I am really willing to do this, to help you, to help the other masters. I am very happy, but it takes my time. But I am going to start also maybe doing, home videos, speaking and saying more things about that. But well.
Exactly. And as I said, for me it was a game change. My life changed totally. And why should I be selfish, and have this only to myself? So I just want to spread all over this as much as possible. People in China, they speak English. People in India, they speak English. In Australia, so why not,
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, another question. It says, what is the conscience? I'm sorry, what is the conscience? Because everyone's talking about this. Okay, what is consciousness? I mean, it is, or what is conscious? Everyone's talking about this. Why everyone is saying expanding consciousness? Let's talk about the conscious.
Okay, so what it means to be conscious? When you say I am Saira, or I am Anika, or I am whoever, Laura, or John, or Paul, at the moment that you say I am, you are being aware of you. At the moment that you are aware, just by naming yourself or naming any other thing, since even we are a baby, at that moment we start being aware that there is something in me, something that I am, and then we go from there, to be aware. So consciousness is, in a way, to be aware of who you are, to be able to name and see that there is something about yourself too. I don't know. That is what comes to me. Do you want to expand?
Yeah, and I want to, maybe I can say what I have said before. I am talking in first person. For example, just to give an example, for me, giving example maybe illustrates me better. So, to be the truth. Okay, I say, okay, what is to be the truth? I want the truth, always, because I never lie. I hate people who lies to me. So, what is to be the truth? Okay, now that I am consciousness of what to be the truth is, everything changes. Because sometimes we used to do things like automatically, without being in the consciousness that we are saying this, doing that, moving forward a place, just, doing things because you are just getting used to do that. But once you are consciousness of what you are doing, what you are saying, what you are feeling, it's absolutely different. So this is, for me, also what consciousness is. We can expand about theoretically things about consciousness, but I guess that the question goes on that.
Yes, totally. So to be consciousness is to have consciousness is to be aware, is to realize who you are, to realize the world outside. And also then we can say that there are different levels of consciousness. And the levels of consciousness are because we learn by experience. It's not that somebody has something that other one doesn't have. We all, are learning by experience, and depending on that process, as we learn, our level of consciousness change. For example, I myself won't say, oh, I'm bored, I have nothing to do, I'm going to get a knife and I'm going to go outside and kill someone. I wouldn't do that ever, but probably in the past, when we started evolving, our ancestors, most likely I killed somebody, but they learned. So we are learning by experience, and the level of consciousness goes up, and we learn. And then I say, no, I'm not going to do that, because that is not going to make me feel good. It's not going to make me feel happy, or it's going to have consequences, and so on.
Even now, thank you. It was very clear. Yeah. Even now that we are consciousness of who we are, I always say, when I wake up in the morning, I am a person, and throughout the day, maybe when I go to bed, I am another person, because I have been expanding my consciousness. Maybe with something that happened to me when I was driving, or maybe because I was, I don't know, revising a video, I understood anything different. So as I am expanding all the time, my consciousness is also moving forward or expanding in itself. So this is very nice when you realize, or when you get this into know, that you are moving all the time. Even when you think that you are doing nothing in your house, that you are just lying on bed, you are doing something. Something is moving in there. So we are all the time moving forward, all the time moving forward. It's also helped me a lot, because I used to be a person who maybe I say, oh my gosh, I did it again. I am repeating it again, once again and once again. I am whatever. I used to say, you're stupid because you are doing every time the same bad things. But then I say, but they are, first of all, they are not the same. Because even if I am repeating something that it is not good, or it's wrong in that way of thinking, or in that way of the perception that we have in this moment, the next time you are not the person who you were living this situation in that moment. So you are expanding in itself, you know.
Right. And especially right now that Mother Earth is releasing her crystal, you know, everything, the vibration of the planet, you know, it has been raising up so much that everything is so accelerated. Today, for example, you know, a week passed by like 2 or 3 days, a month lasts like a week. Yesterday was December 2022. Right now, tomorrow is May 2023. So, and all that is happening in a way so fast. For example, for me, after I name myself with the crystal name, everything, 3 months, I would say, oh my God, I look 3 months ago. And in fact, I have a video that I was crying, saying my truth, because I realized how much I've changed in 2-3 months, you know. So that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there I cannot see more questions. Maybe you can check if you want.
Okay.
But I am not seeing any question. So we can expand ourselves.
Okay. Well, I see a lot of questions. Many questions.
Really?
But I only see it in the same device. I don't see it in the other device, probably because I open up the live streaming, so I see it only in this device. So
I have a question.
Okay, so I can ask you questions. Okay. So
I have found more questions if you want.
Ah, okay.
Yes, now I could see them.
Okay.
Here we go. I think I understood Maika say the body hurts when watching her videos. Why? Did I misunderstand? I maybe. Okay, I will read it again. I think I understood Maika says the body hurts when watching her videos. Why? Did I misunderstand? Now
yeah. I would say that probably that was a misunderstanding. Let's say that what is happening is that because Mother Earth is releasing the crystal and we are feeling that vibration, our bones, we are assimilating more energy.
Mm-hmm.
So since our ocean system, how do you say?
The bone. Oh, yes, it's
The
okay.
bones, the bone system, the skeleton, since we are getting more and more energy, so sometimes we can have some feelings like feeling weird, you know, and I am feeling weird. I have like, it's not a pain, but it's something inside my leg. So it's not really a pain, but it's something, a sensation that we don't used to have. So the thing is that in my case, for example, when I started feeling that weird sensation in one of my legs, at the moment I felt scared. Oh, what about if I'm getting sick? And I was in that process because I was switching jobs and I didn't know what to do, if I wanted to get the job or if I wanted not to get the job and blah, blah, blah. So because of fear, that weird sensations may become like pain, but it's not because anything wrong. It's because our own mind, we create that because of the fear. And that is why what you said, that it's really, really important to be true to ourselves, because when we have a pain in anywhere in the body, we'll say, okay, wait a minute, what is going on? But to be evolving, it doesn't generate any pain. The pain comes from the fears. So when that happens, we just need to pay attention and ask, what's going on? What am I feeling? Oh, okay, I have to make a decision, like a master was telling me today. I have to make a decision. I don't know what to do. And in a few months, I will need to decide what to do in this and that. Okay, so just tell yourself, it's okay, it's good. I'm being guided. At the moment, I will know what to do. Right now, what I'm feeling is feeling anxious because I know that the change is coming. So just breathe and relax and be sure that everything will be okay because your higher being of light is guiding you.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if I...
No, it was perfect. I also want to add that there are some words I cannot remember exactly. I mean, I am talking about Chorus new vocabulary that she is also sharing with us. This is the vibrational words, okay, that it contains, it could say like, sorry, it could be said by like that those words helps us when we say them like a kind of mantra or something like that, or just mention the words. It helps whenever we are feeling in those weird states that, as you said, it has to do with pain. I mean, this process has nothing to do with pain. It won't be painful. The point is that we as a human are connecting sometimes things with pain, or maybe we immediately rush to the doctor because we are feeling bad. Okay, if you need to go to the doctor, go to the doctors. I am not saying that not, but if we are feeling those waiting, it would help also listening to Chorus vibrational language that we can also share on the YouTube channel.
Totally, absolutely. It happened to me that I didn't go to the doctor because I knew that the doctor was not going to be able to even to know what I had, you know, because I was totally aware that those were weird sensations were coming from the energy from the vibration that my system is absorbing more energy. So I decided not to go to the doctor and they went away. You know, I have nothing right now. And what I used to do, for example, was to take a bath, you know, walk without shoes on the grass, Also, the meditations for chorus are amazing. Not the meditations, is the that is universal language,
Yes.
what she is sharing with us. So, for example, it is, I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it correctly, but it is, for example, Naish Matayak or Naish Matayak. Okay, so that one, it means I am expanding. I am expanding myself. And many of us, we had the amazing experience that after repeating those words, yeah, everything went away, ran away. Yeah.
So it's important again, I mean, because I am like you, whenever I feel any kind of, let's say, pain, I just take a while and observe myself, but it's because I am sure of what I am doing. If you have any doubt or if you are insecure, okay, doctors.
Yeah, especially if you have pain.
Right? Yeah. Okay, are you good? I am great.
I'm good. I'm doing good. And we are getting some hearts, so people looks like are good. Okay. Also, so.
I will read another one. Will the ability that we have developed in this last human life be part of what we will offer now? Again, will the ability that we have developed in this last human life be part of what we will offer now?
I don't get it. With the ability we have developed in this human life, what?
That if these abilities will be part of what we will offer.
We will offer everything, every memory, every experience that we had is in our memories, is in our DNA. And especially all the human experience that we have been having since ever, not only in this lifetime, are treasures that we are going to take with us once that we evolve to be a crystal being. Everything.
This is so amazing. So the answer is yes. Everything that we had been before, even if we don't remember them, these abilities or these gifts, whatever you want us to name them, we have them. They are achieved in ourselves. In ourselves, like a book, like a big book. Yes. But we don't, now it's not necessary to go to books. I mean, we are going to know all the things within us because they are on us, in us.
And there are people who I've been talking with, and they say it has been difficult. You know, when I say this is the last time, this is the last time that we are going to be on this planet, on this beautiful earth. Those people say, you know what, it has been beautiful, but now that I know that it's going to be the last time, I'm going to enjoy and I'm going to do everything because I know that this is going to be the last time and I'm going to take the most beautiful of this experience.
Lovely. And it has something to do with feeling bad because of that. Because it's the last time. No, it's totally the other way around. It's to enjoy. It's to be thankful for everything that we have. And it's not necessary to go and see all the things in the world. We can appreciate every morning, every night, everything in the world that we have.
Yes, and what you said is really good to clarify. Because being this the last time is not anything wrong. It's totally the opposite. We are going to be born in universe. We are going to be born in a crystal being. Okay, we have that DNA of crystal DNA in us. And we have our carbon DNA that comes from all that biological body and all that. And we are going to fusion those DNAs. And what it comes after this is, you know, even the big adventure, you know, moving forward, getting close to God, to the universe, is evolution, is living in abundance totally, you know, is leaving behind the scarcity. So it's amazing, it's beautiful.
Sometimes,
Thank you. Thank you for calling that out.
Okay.
Thank you for calling that out and to clarify. I appreciate it.
Sometimes I just, you know, let my imagination fly, and I try to imagine what it would be, but I think I can't. I think it's not possible, because whatever you think it would be, I feel inside of me that it will be, yes, bigger, huge,
much more. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if we can answer all the questions.
It's difficult to imagine an universe of abundance with with no scarcity, where we are going to have everything that we want, that we need, you know, to be everything that we ever, what we said in the beginning with that question, what humanity wants. We are going to have that all and much more that we cannot imagine.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. I understand receiving a name is a vibration and not a game. Okay. That's why I want to make sure it's valid. Okay. You get it? So there is no question, but I guess that she wants to say, I want to validate my own name. You are going to feel it, just that. It's not a game. Of course it's not a game. It's not something that just sit down and take a pencil and start writing a name and say, okay, I like it. No. It has not to do with this. So take it easy, because I know that whenever you enter to this information and you know about the name, you want that happens to me. I want the name, and then I remember that Micah says, walk. Don't rush. Step by step. Be yourself. Don't be thinking about the name all the time, because this is not the way as you are going to receive it. You know, so this is what, because it's not a question, but this is what I just can't say. Maybe you want to say something else?
Yeah, exactly. I would like to add a little bit on that. So the name is a vibration, it's not a joke, and you feel it. In the very beginning, people say, I don't feel anything. Yeah, but it's okay. Just take a moment, you know, go through the process, you know, moving forward, 7 days. Feel it, vibrate it until it gets naturalized, you know, and slowly you will realize, and as you go deeper, that it has a meaning. You can ask your higher being what it means. And when pieces start getting together, you just cannot be more than amazed, you know, just wondering, wow, how things make sense to you, to yourself.
Okay. Now the girl, I think that she's clarifying something else. She says that she cannot allow to, well, I don't know. Then I am going to read it, because the girl is writing on the chat box.
Okay.
Another question. Our memories after the event depends on our consciousness before it. I will read it again. Our memories after the event depends on our consciousness before it.
The memories are, let's make a difference about two different things. One is what happened itself, the event itself. Okay, we have an event, there is a situation, something happened. Those are facts. That doesn't change. The thing is the perception and what we decide to remember. Okay? So, for example, there are sayings that say we remember only the good about the past, or people who are negative, they remember only the negatives. Because the mind, to be honest, is the mind has the capacity to discriminate. And in fact, I have like a saying that was one of my favorites for a long time, that was saying, we are what we decide to remember. Okay? So the event itself is a situation. The way we perceive it, or we decide to perceive it, is what makes the difference. Okay, and depending on the consciousness, we can see it in a way or in another way. Usually, when something that looks to be negative in the past, we say, oh, it's a traumatic, we have a situation very hard, a pain or hurt. And with the time, we realize that, oh my God, that was the best that could happen to me. Right?
Yes. Okay, yes, thank you.
Thank you. I hope she got it.
Yes. If not, she can ask again. It says another one. Yeah. How do I know? That's a beautiful one. How do I know I have DNA of light?
Okay.
You mentioned that before. You mentioned that before, but maybe a little bit more clarifying it's required.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to answer that, or I can start and then to expand?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. First of all, if you are here watching this video, you have DNA of a higher being of light. Why? Because the native humans, that are those who were evolving, you know, just pushing on or passing on the best or their DNA to the following generation. They are busy, you know, they are going to the mall, they are working, they are doing this and that. Those, like us, all of us, who have DNA of a higher being of light, we have been receiving a lot of signs from the higher being. We have been with holistic tools, we have been doing healing, we have been doing tarot, we have been doing Akashic records, we have been listening or doing meditations or yoga or Buddhism or Kabbalah or you know, anything. Why? Because we know, we have the feeling inside of us, the DNA inside of us. It's like saying there is something higher, there is something more. And that is that DNA that has been awakened for the last years. I don't know how many, probably 3 generations, more or less, to now. That DNA is, you know, pushing to look for more. So if you have been in any holistic or in contact with any tools, searching for God, you know, believing in God, and you for sure, you are one of those that have crystal DNA. You are one of the first people. You know, that crystal DNA comes from beings that came from a faraway galaxy, from Pleiades, the Pleiades, and that video about Mother Earth speaking to her children and the sun is so beautiful, and it explains all of that.
Oh yes, thank you. It's the point is that the information is too much to say everything now. Yeah. So we are going to expand, of course we are going to expand them, but the information, but because there is a lot to say, but we have maybe we have to read 1 or 2 questions more if you want to,
okay.
Because there are a lot. But yes,
sounds good.
We would like to listen to you forever, but we have to.
I'm the same here, and we have to listen to you and talk and share.
Let's say 3 questions more if you want to.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, there is one that says, why is it so difficult to the humans transcend those limits?
Yeah. First of all, because there are 4 dogs, guardian dogs, okay? And we are usually just spinning around those. For example, money is one of them. The other one is about fame, to be success, you know, to have power. That is another dog. The other one is fear. And the last one is I already know. Okay, so those dogs are always there and we are spinning around, right? It's difficult to break the limits. Why? Because it's also, we need to be brave in order to do that. We need to be true to ourselves in order to do that. And it's always easier to, you know, to say that the fault is from the other monkey. You know, the other human being has the fault. So it's easy to play the victim, and instead of that, to be brave and accept, you know, it was not him. In reality, you know, whatever he did is what he did. And whatever is outside, what really is important is what I felt, is what it is inside of me. And to look inside and say, okay, I was egocentric, or my ego was, you know, overpowered me, you know, and I reacted and I yelled and I felt threatened or whatever. And be honest with yourself and say, okay, I did all that, I accepted, okay, I'm gonna breath, take a breath and start looking at myself when I repeated that pattern, because usually it's a pattern, and change it, release it, let it go. Just let it go and say, you know what? I don't want to be like that. And every time that we have a situation that comes to us and is similar, we can practice, because for sure, many opportunities will come. And the other thing is that we need to know that all those limits and beliefs and the fears, they have layers. Okay, sometimes we say, oh my God, what happened? I thought I already was over that, and it happened again, you know, because they are layers. And probably as we go deeper, we are going to remove layers. And those layers are covering the being of light that we really are. So it's not easy, but that is exactly the path to get the clarity. If we are brave to look at those limits, the beliefs, to break them and go and move forward, we are going to be true with ourselves, at least with ourselves. And then we are going to become a crystalline being. We are not going to be able to lie, not to lie to ourselves, not to lie to others. Okay? We are going to see, wait a minute, I don't need that much of money. I don't need to have 80 pair of shoes, right? I don't need to buy the last version of the cell phone every year. I don't need to have that. So what do I need? Okay, I need to live in a place where it's okay, where I feel comfortable. I need to have food, and I need to pay my bills, you know. But why to have more and more and more? Or why to want power over the other ones? Mm-hmm. Or why to be always afraid about what is going to happen, what the others are doing to me, and things like that. You know, when we live that way, we are not happy. There is no way to be happy. Mm-hmm. And it's the same with the limits. If we keep blaming the others for everything that happened, if we are not brave, so we are going to be spinning around, going back and forth, in the same, in the wisdom, in this wisdom, or any other place that we are in life.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like also to add that in some cases, it's not easy to be truth, in a way that not everybody is able to handle truth. And that was a lesson that I had in last week. Okay, I was in a relationship with the person that I have. It's not boyfriend. It's not that it's not good to have it, but it's just very fine. You know, it's a person that I need to daily interact. Not every day, but in a weekly basis, I have to have a connection with that person for, you know, working purposes. Okay, and I was truth with that person all the time. I was telling, you know what, this, and that. And I realized that a lot of people are not able to handle the truth. They are not able to manage the truth, you know, because they are so used to be in an environment where everything is about politics, with everything is about saying what you need to, what you want to say, what the other wants to hear, you know, to hear. So the thing is, okay, perfect. I realize you are not able to handle the truth. I am truth to myself. I know what I feel. I know what I see. I know what I want. But since we need, or at this time, I want to keep that working relationship, okay, I'm going to be polite. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to lie to myself. Got it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So just to say something else, it's going through the limits, whatever the limits means to you. It depends on you. It could be a process for a long time, or it could be that you get in consciousness with this and you start breaking this limit immediately. Sometimes, as you say, it could be hard. Sometimes it could be easy. But it's not something that you break a limit, okay, tomorrow I won't have limits anymore. No, you are going to have another one. And you know what? Something that I've learned, the more I fear something, this is the biggest limit I have to go through. So
absolutely,
this is just a recommendation that I can give. If you fear, for the person or for whoever is listening, if you fear a lot something, it's that way that you have to go and face it. Yes?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Agree.
Okay, let's see. Thank you. A question. I am saying thank you because there are many beautiful things, but I am not going to read them.
Okay.
What does it says? I think. Do you feel the vibration? Okay. Do you feel the vibration when Micah speaks?
I do.
Yes.
Totally. Even most of the live streamings are at night, right? On Friday and Tuesday. And it's amazing. After I heard and I watched the live streamings, I feel it. I feel the vibration in my entire being. I have to take it easy, you know, and use the universal language that was shared by Chorus, just to be able to sleep and relax after that. And it is amazing. I feel it totally.
Totally. Yes, me too. Me too. Okay, I would like to say that there are many questions, and I am so happy for this, but I think that it's too long. Maybe we can do another one to answer the whole questions, because there are many questions, and it's amazing. But I am going just to read one more, and then we can close to whenever. It's a very nice question. It says, the people will think we are crazy. Are we crazy?
Yes. Yes. Totally crazy because according to them, we are crazy.
Mm.
The thing is that if they ask, are we wrong? We can say no.
No.
We are not wrong.
No.
Yes, we are crazy, but we are not wrong. We know. All this is true. We feel it. We know it in our hearts. Hearts? Okay.
Heart.
Say
I
heart.
mean, yeah, it's okay. And it's not necessary for those who do not feel it. It's not necessary to feel it. I mean, you don't have to rush, or not to rush. Maybe you don't have to feel that you are different because you are not feeling it. I remember it was before this information appears. I used to have lots of dreams about many things, about whatever, but it was things that I know that they were very hard to be explained. So I remember I was with a group of friends telling them a lot of things, and they were like, poor she got crazy, absolutely crazy. And I feel bad about that because I wanted to expand, I wanted to say everything, and then I feel like, why are you judging me? And then I realized that maybe it was me who was wrong because I didn't need to say everything to everybody who is not asking me. Different is if anyone comes and asks me, why are you naming like this? Why are you saying that? Okay, do you want to listen? Good, I will tell you. And for the first time in my life, to be honest, I think that I am being absolutely honest with everything that I am saying. So if anybody says, you're crazy, okay, it's your point of view. Maybe a little bit, but you know.
Totally,
okay.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
There was something I wanted to say, and now it's gone. It's okay. Just let me see if it comes to me.
Okay.
Okay. How do you want to close it? How do you want to send share a message?
No. Yes, maybe my message is for those who have just met this information, or maybe who they have already met this information and wanted first to receive the name, or wanted to know more, or wanting to vibrate, or wanted to be more and more and more. I will say, take it easy. We are all going to go to the same place. The most important thing is not knowing, maybe at the beginning, not knowing a lot of things like where are we going, what is this going on, blah, 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 etc. I mean, it's important to be who you are now, that we are beings, we are human beings, and little by little the information is going to be clear, more clear, or you are going to be clarified. So one thing that I was thinking about, the word humankind in English, humanity or humankind, it's a mixture of two words. It's humankind. So it means that to be kind with your humanity. Okay?
Beautiful.
So first, be kind with yourselves, and I totally can say that everything will come to us. Everything.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, I want to thank you because you are a beautiful, beautiful being. Since the very beginning, the first time that we talked to each other, I immediately felt the connection, and this has been amazing. I love you. I love each and every one of the persons that has been with us, you know, in the live streaming. I thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your questions. And I just want to close with something that the master Dan Antron said, and he said that there are no chosen ones. So there are no chosen ones. This is evolution. This is about consciousness. So this is unity. We are all together on this. We are just one, and we are here to collaborate to each other, you know, because in reality it doesn't matter who gets first or the last. It really doesn't matter. The thing is, nobody's going to be left behind. We will all get there, and we are one in collaboration, in unity.
Oh, thank you. That's lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, too. And I have to thank you to take my hand and push me gently, lovely to do this, because as I said, it was a big limit for me to break, and everything was great.
Yes.
Even if we did any mistakes.
We'll do it again. And just as the last sentence to say that I've been hearing from a lot of people, you know, to keep doing it in Spanish and English, but it's also good to do it also in English. So, because, you know, it's just different ways to expand and to keep, you know, sharing with everyone. Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And please, for those ones who listen to this video and they think they can share it with as many people as they can, we will be very grateful.
Yes.
Thank you, Cynthia. I love you. I love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. Bye-bye.